Yo, 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 what's up, good people? It's your boy Hoon Boom, and this is the Hold Up Show. What's up, everybody? Your boy back again. I'm still on my sideshow Bob shit, you know what I mean? I ain't get somebody, that I really trust to, do my hair. Last chick did it, she kind of fucked my shit up, so I ain't want to go back to her, you know what I mean? But today, as you can see in the background, we are at the Sirius XM building, Try to switch up the scenery a little bit, give y'all another side of LA that y'all might not have seen yet, Nice little area, LA is all about the coffee shops, you know what I mean? All about the real chill vibes. Everybody smoking their J's, you know what I mean? Also, would like to celebrate, this is our, because y'all are a part of the Hold Up Squad. This is our 1 year anniversary, of spirituality, of me finally listening to the Lord, finally listening to my ancestors and my angels that was trying to guide me and protect me. And it's been a little bit over a year, Also, Happy New Year to everybody. If you know, April 1st is the official New Year, not January 1st. If you know your history, just in good spirits, good vibes, you know what I mean? Everything's been going great, you know what I mean? I was trying to do it on April 1st, but, been a little busy, been handling my business out here, Just finished another successful gym session, you know what I mean? Gotta get that exercise in, gotta keep the body right, Keep the mind right and clear, keep the body official, you know what I'm saying? And out here enjoying this good LA weather, I don't know how it's looking everywhere else, but here still looking pretty good, pretty 80 degrees, Can't complain, you know what I mean? Light sweater, shorts, whatever, That's how we doing it out here. And just wanted to reflect that, man, it's been a year already of God, my angels and my ancestors holding their hands and hugging me and protecting me through this journey, I had to go back and look at the very first video that I dropped, when I finally became aware of the situation and the people and the circumstances that was surrounding me, that I was in, that I was unaware of, you know what I mean? And how foul and how devious things was going in my life at the time with the people that was in my energy and in my circumference. So now that I understand, nothing was happening to me, it was happening for me. What's up, brother? So, and that I needed to really start paying attention to things that I was already picking up on, but I was ignoring because I was trying to do other things, or I was trying to prioritize other aspects of my life that I was deeming that was more important at the time, that obviously wasn't more important than my life being threatened, than people trying to put me in spiritual warfare and, just destroy my character, destroy my name, just destroy who I am, the essence of me as a whole. And things that they were doing behind the scenes while trying to smile in my face, all in the same aspect, you know. So I had to go look at that first video, you know, hyenas, deers, and the lone wolf, you know, to see how far I've come, you know. Even rewatched the episode of What's the Hold Up, you know, which actually got a lot of views because the people that were hating on me decided that they wanted to promote me at the time, you know, to label me as crazy, or he's going through something, and, you know, trying to exonerate themselves for the things that they were caught doing, or the things that are the devious shit that they were caught doing, you know, like just the energy that they was putting out there, you know, because their jealousy, their envy, you know, the things that they've been harboring in their soul towards me was finally being on full display for everybody to see, because I was finally came to the realization, through the help of God, through the help of my angels, through the help of my ancestors, to finally put it all out on the table and to start to expose these people and expose what they've been up to and the type of shit that they was on, that it needed to finally be said, you know. And through that, you know, I had the dark night of the soul, as they call it, you know, where I had to really dig deep in myself and really evaluate everything and everyone around me, and how did I get to this situation, and how did I let so much shit slide, because, or how did I let people that I know that I should have got the fuck rid of long time ago slide as long as they did, to even put me in a position that I was in, to have to really get to that point, like, man, these people was trying to kill me. This bitch was putting poison in my food. She doing seances, trying to get me to crash in my car. How did that work out? You know what I mean? These people that claiming we were family and we're cousins and all this other shit, whole time they running around in the streets kicking my back in, not wanting to support things that I was doing, businesses I was starting, music I was putting out, things of that nature, you know. Just had a real jealous, envious spirit about them, because they couldn't do those things, or I don't know, because they didn't have anything of that was blossoming in their life, or you know, nothing that they could create. You know, when you start to look around and you see that people are the same individuals that they was when they was teenagers, now in their 40s and in their 50s, still doing the same shit, still bums, still, you know, just looking forward to being weekend warriors, just to get drunk and get high all day, no other aspirations. And you start to see that, you start to call that shit out. Now everybody's triggered. Now everybody has an attitude. Now it's, you know, it's a problem, and, you know, who he think he is, or he ain't doing this, that, and the third, and let me go run and tell everybody that they're crazy, or they're seeing shit. No, when God comes and talks to you, trust me, Playboy, it ain't nothing like it. It ain't nothing like it. When he come and talk to you, and when he come and he send passed over loved ones to come show you, hey, this bitch ain't right. Hey, that motherfucker ain't really your friend. That, stop calling them family. Hey, damn, why am I so exhausted just from being around these motherfuckers for 15 minutes? Damn, what is this heat and this energy hugging on the back of my shoulders every time that I'm around these motherfuckers? Oh, because they're kicking my back in. Oh, they're doing the most when I ain't around. Oh, no wonder they trying to isolate me. Oh, they don't want to kick it no more, you know, but they want to know what I'm doing, so they can know when I'm not around, so they can sneak around with the other kitchen witch bitch and do what they want to do. And oh, he don't even know what's going on. Oh, you know. Hey, everything in the dark comes to the light. You feel me? Everything in the dark comes to light. I had to finally listen to what my people was telling me, you know, people who actually love me and had to pull me out of that and say, yo, these motherfuckers are foul. Look, now they're gonna have to pay for, well, some already paid, but it's more payment to be coming, and it's not for me to dwell on that, you know. But just looking and reflecting over the past year and seeing how far I've grown, seeing all the trials and tribulations I had to go through, taking those steps of evaluating my life, taking those steps of seeing, you know, how I got to certain places in my life and certain circumstances, and how I was able to navigate out of those things and actually sit with myself and actually you know, be aware of who I am at the core of myself, you know, even learn more about myself now, even learn new things on a spiritual level of how to protect my energy, being guided to crystals, being guided to sage and Palo Santo for clearing out energy, and you know, knowing how to talk to God, knowing how to talk to spirit, knowing how to connect with those angels, getting out in nature, grounding my energy, doing things that I was thought that I was doing for health purposes and health benefits, was actually cleaning up my soul, because my soul was being polluted. And you know, seeing that they were actually trying to guide me in a better path, you know, knowing that nothing happens, nothing is a coincidence, nothing doesn't happen for no reason, seeing how this is all playing out, seeing the synchronicities and things that have come in my life, seeing people that was placed in my life at certain moments along this journey to show me things that I've learned, to show me how to set certain boundaries with individuals and with people that I've never set these type of boundaries with them before, because I was being so loving, because I was being so open to people that I wanted to, that I thought that should deserve that love, that I thought that I should be able to show that love to and be that vulnerable with, that they were not the ones to show that kind of love to, you know what I mean? And to know when I did run across individuals that I can be that way too, how to identify them, you know, and keep an open relationship with those people, you know, even to this day, even though we don't talk every day, because God has had me in hermit mode, you know, learning to sit with myself, learning to rebuild who I am all by myself, because no one's going to take credit for what the fuck I accomplish from now on. No one, I don't give a fuck what anybody got to say. I don't give a fuck what no chick, no nigga, no anybody got to say. Thank you for what you've done. If I came across you through this journey, is love, and those who know what's up and what the relationship is with us. The few cousins that I still do talk to, the few friends that I still do keep in some sort of contact with, love is, we know what's going on. But I ain't talking about y'all. We know the motherfuckers who I'm talking about and who got his honor, you know, got eliminated and removed from my situation altogether. It's just we can't have nothing, you know. I see you in passing, whatever. How you doing? Hope all is well. Yeah, but keep it moving. Like ain't nothing going on here, right? It's just what it is, because God makes no mistakes. There is no coincidences in what he's doing and what he has, the path that he has put me on and the path that he has set me on. Look, I'm still out here on the West Coast. I'm still out here running into different energies, meeting new people, seeing new atmospheres, seeing new ways of living and how people give it up, and basically knowing everything that I've always known about this world that is bigger than the small town hate that I was stuck in. You know what I mean? That shit is so minor, it's so little, because they can't see past, they can't see past that little circumference that they're in. That the world is much bigger, that you can accomplish so much more, and there's just so much more out here than that little small town ass shit that they got going on there, that I don't need to be a part of. My energy never matched with that. It just wasn't, it wasn't an energetic match for me. I knew it years ago. I still try to drag people along, people that is allergic to the money, people that is allergic to visions, people that just couldn't see more than what they see themselves as to this day. I knew that wasn't for me. I'm way bigger than that. No matter how it looked, no matter what circumstances, God has always showed me that I'm way bigger than that. I got way bigger ambitions. I got way bigger dreams. I got way bigger insight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get it done. It's just how it is, And he had to teach me lessons. He had to show me things that I needed to let go, that I thought I needed to hold on to, that might have just not been able to go with me on this next journey. The material things, cars, clothes, just whatever. Like, said, yo, you holding on to that, are you going to do what the fuck I told you to do? You know what I'm saying? Do you think that you need to hold on to that more than what I'm telling you to do? Because I can replace that 10 times over with way better shit, but you trying to hold on to petty shit. You know what I'm saying? And I had to come to that realization that, hey, all that shit don't matter, because I can get that over again. Like, I can get that back again. It's nothing. Like, it's nothing. What's more important is my growth, my relationship with the Most High, with my angels, with my ancestors, with my loving grandparents, who was definitely there guiding me out of some of the most darkest moments of that time. And it's not to say that it was just some smooth journey. Like, I'm still on this journey. Like, I'm still right in the midst of it. But as far as whatever the kitchen witch and her flying monkeys and the people she recruited, these fake ass family members, whether they here or not here, everybody else who knew something that didn't want to say something, they all got expunged out my energy. They all got removed, because that's what God intended, and that's what he wanted from the door. Because that's what he was been trying to show me, that, yo, you can't fraternize with these people, because they really, at the core end of it, don't have your best interests involved. You are entertainment. You are part of the show for them. They are loving and waiting to see your downfall, and they are having a blast about it, right? Because obviously, everything that was outside of that small town hate and bullshit, like everyone that was outside of that circle, that whether they was in the immediate circle or whether they was in the circle right outside the circle, or the circle that knew about the circle, or that was close to third parties of the circle, none of those motherfuckers ever supported anything that I had going on. But everywhere else that I went that was completely outside of whatever was going on there, I was flourishing. You know what I'm saying? I was flourishing. People love me. People love my energy. Love what I was talking about. Could see what I was trying to bring to the table. Could see what I was trying to, the things that I was envisioning, the places that I was trying to go, whether they whether it was a part of their culture or not, they still helped in a way. They helped however they could. And just to see, I was seeing the difference and wondering like, man, why I ain't getting no support from these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, in no type of way. And if it is, they only doing it just to show, just to make it seem, so you know, try to camouflage their hate and their bitterness, because they really don't want to support, they really don't want to see this flourish, they really don't, because it all reflects back on whatever shortcomings they have, whatever insecurities they have, you know, that had nothing to do with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to get it, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's like, it's been a ride, you know what I mean? And you know, going through that ego death, you know, it's like, I never really felt that I had like a big ego, you know what I'm saying? I had supreme confidence, but I was never really arrogant, you know what I mean? Like I just didn't have that big ego with me. So when it was time for my ego to die, because I had an ego for other people, you know, I had an ego seeing the best of people that didn't see the best in themselves, you know. And then it's when the heartbreak of seeing other people, the levels they would go to try to hurt me, or the other type of energies they was mingling in, like, ew, you rather go play in the trash, like, ew, like, oh, the fuck was why was I giving you some sort of grace, or why was I trying to give you the benefit of the doubt and look at you in a higher light when you love the trash? Like, so go be with the trash, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where you need to be, that's where you need to go play. Oh, why am I showing you love? Why am I trying to give you some type of game? You're dumb as a motherfucker. You ain't gonna do nothing with it but frown your face up at me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like, you think you better than somebody? No, I think I'm more informed, like, because I'm trying to acquire the knowledge and then, you know, apply it as I get it. And then as I get it, I'm just giving it, whether you taking it or not. Hey, fuck it, you know what I mean? Let me stop wasting my time. Because that's that heaviness that I'm feeling in the spirit, saying, why are you wasting your time with these motherfuckers that's trying to pull you down? You know what I mean? And I started to notice that with whatever I was, like, looking back on my life, whatever I was trying to do throughout the years, whether that be through music, that I wasn't getting the support that I felt that I was supposed to get from these so-called crew or this so-called circle. Like, people was just sticking around close enough that if it popped off, they felt as though that they could say that they need to be here for the ride, but they ain't really put in no work. They just put in enough just to say that, oh, I did this, you know, but really didn't do anything, you know what I mean? Then it was like, oh, I'm trying to, you know, get around these older individuals. Like, yo, y'all getting money, right? You know, y'all talking this big money shit, right? Like, well, show me where the money at, you know, show me how to get this money, or this is how you get money, but they felt as though that they needed, you know, they needed another entity to walk them in the door. They couldn't walk themselves in the door, you know what I mean? Like, they always needed, they needed some type of bigger entity that they could hug on to. And it's, why you don't do it yourself? You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, you know, I can't, it's, something's not right here. You know, something's not, it's not computing. You know what I'm saying? It's not computing of why you can't flourish on your own without having to attach yourself to this, that, and the third. You know, and then want to giggle when when they hit bankruptcy, or they gotta, you know, maneuver and do some other shit, like, shit ain't making sense, you know what I'm saying? It's like, It's like, well, show me how, so I could make my own moves. Oh, you know, we only gonna let you get but so close, and then we're gonna tear you down. Because if you do it, then it'll reflect on us on why we didn't do it, and no, we can't have that, you know. No. So they're trying to go over here. Oh, y'all snakes, you know. You want to be petty over a few $100s, few grand, you know what I mean? Shit that ain't got nothing to do with work shit or shit that I actually asked. Okay, you know, showed your colors, you know, show you ain't really on what you saying you on. So okay, let me let me learn something over here. Oh, okay, this, you know, all right, then let me apply this for myself and build my own business. Oh, nobody wants to support this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that. Okay, I see now. All right. You don't want to support because I did it without you. You know, I made moves, or I pivoted and learned the knowledge from somewhere else because y'all didn't want to give it to me. But now y'all still don't want to support me, you know what I mean? But you're claiming that we supposed to be cool like that, or he got my back, or, you know, like whole bunch of phony shit. Just phony shit all over the place, right? And once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you can no longer tolerate it, it can't be tolerated at all. You know what I'm saying? And then it was just like, on top of that, just the level of disrespect from certain individuals just feels like, I know weaker men, more emotional men, more men that don't have the emotional maturity that I possess, because they would have went another route. It probably wouldn't. They probably wouldn't be where I'm at, trying to talk to you and express, you know, how spirit saved me, how God guided me, how I listened to my higher self, how I listened to my angels, how I listened to my ancestors, and didn't take the other route and be in somebody's jail, or possibly be dead from really crashing out, pun intended, and going after individuals who thought that they were being slick, or who thought that it was okay to play with me like that. But I always look at the long game. You gotta look at the long game. Even when those evil entities was telling me, do it. Look what they do that shit. Do that shit to them. You know, I still had to sit with myself and look, if I do that, that's just some instant gratification with some long-term consequences that I'm gonna have. And no, that's not me. It's not in me. I'm not going to start pretending that it's in me. I'm not even going to let the level of disrespect that happened take me to that point. I just know better now that no love can be shown in that instance. You know, like no love to that extent can be shown again. Maybe just to, you know, another woman that I may run into and build that relationship with. But as far as niggas, and no. Everything is strictly boundary business, you know what I mean? See you when I see you, but even if I see you, it's just not like that, you know. It just never be like that again. Like nobody can get that sort of love no more, and that's just how it is. It's just how it gotta be. And you know, I knew I always had the courage to share my story, however I needed to share my story. But me being such a private person, you know, me always just was keeping shit close to the chest and just dealing with things how I needed to deal with them was good, but also a detriment to how I was trying to do things, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I couldn't let that be a detriment to me no more. You know, I needed to express myself. I needed to use my voice, you know, my intellect, my how I articulate myself. I needed to use that to defend myself, because no one could see what was going on in the background except the people that were involved with what was going on in the background. Because look, trust me, they can put on a front, they can die with the lie, they can go to the extent of wherever they want to go, however it's going to go, right? You and I know what's true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not the whole squad, but those individuals, you and I know what's real. You know what I'm saying? So you can cover, you're going to have to answer for it one way or another. It's just not on me to cast down that punishment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, right? But I needed to speak out to people that didn't know what was going on, so they can start to see in their own life how they need to protect themselves if they find themselves in a situation like this, if they find themselves in some sort of spiritual warfare and can't understand why things aren't working out how they need to work out, when they've put it into work, when they've done what they needed to do on their end. It's something in your energy that's blocking your blessing, and you need to get it out of your energy. And that's how you will be able to succeed. That's how you will be able to move forward. You will feel the weight come off of your back. You will feel the clarity come into your mind. You will feel the love re-enter your heart. It will just re-enter it in a different way and through a different source, whether that be with not only God, with not only your ancestors, with not only recognizing that you had angels guiding you, that you had passed over loved ones guiding you, but through however other means that you find that solace in your body, you know, whether that be through exercise, whether that be through therapy, whether that be through, you know, being out in nature and grounding and however you need to clean your energy, whatever way best works for you. Religion, however you get there is good for you, right? I support all that. I just did what worked for me. I just did what my people told me to do, you know, and that's the only way that I could give it back to y'all and give y'all the point of view that I have, you know. And it was like, for the most part, you know, I still been keeping it player. I still been showing grace, you know, like they've been telling me to go raw, you know, they've been telling me to slay motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Call them all the way out, all the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, for me, it's like, there's really nothing to gain. That just feels more gossipy to me at this point in time, you know, being as though that it's been a year now, like it's been several times throughout that year that I've been trying to just move on with things, but God and those angels nudge me like, nah, there's still shit that you gotta walk through. There's still things that you need to overcome. There's still, you know, there's still warfare in your spirit that you need to get out, you know, to cleanse yourself. You know what I mean? You might feel as though you're cleansed, but you're not cleansed yet. You're not there yet. You're not all the way healed. You're you're not seeing what we seen, or what we know. Like, we know that there's still parts of you that ain't healed, that's still hurting, that you need to release some shit, or that you need to call these motherfuckers out on for shit that they done. And it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just go and I just do what they tell me to the extent that I feel comfortable with doing, you know what I mean? And it's like, now that it's been a year, like I feel at my best, as far as like just where I'm at energetically as a whole. Of my spirits is high, like, you know, like I don't give a fuck what's going on with those motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck what happens to them. I don't give a fuck what has already happened to them. I could give a fuck. You know what I mean? I won't be at the funeral. I won't, you know what I mean? Like, whatever happened, you know, whatever happened from March 28th, 2025 on back to the beginning of my birth of October 14th, 1981, that involved any of these individuals, it's erased. Like, that's history. I don't give a fuck. Like, that shit holds no weight over here. You know, it means nothing. It means absolutely zero. Like, they have no nothing here, you know what I mean? Like, I've already prayed for them. I've already, you know, let go, let God. I already did what I needed to do to release the shit from off of my soul, you know what I'm saying? And they come and they told me, hey, you know, we've cleansed you from all of that voodoo, all of that hoodoo, all of that kitchen magic, whatever they was trying to do. It's been removed. You are free. You know what I'm saying? And I pray and I thank them and show my appreciation, my gratitude, my thankfulness every day. Every day that they pull me out of it. Every day. So, and it showed me that there are really walking angels out here. There are really people that are connected to God through a lineage. Like, that Bible is being misinterpreted in a wrong way for you to think that Jesus ain't got kids, great, whatever you want, you know, or other holy figures, you know, however they're being depicted in that Bible, or other Egyptian royalty, deities, gods, as you would like to say. They have children, you know, they had children, they got lineage running around out here, whether they are aware of who they are or not. They are out here and they are being protected. And whenever they're ready to be called for whatever purpose they need to be, or if somebody's trying to take them out before their time for whatever the situation is, oh, the ancestors and the universe is going to show up for them. And it's not going to be good for whoever thinking that they was going to be able to do some destiny swapping or whatever the fuck that these people thought that they was going to do or try to do with me or whoever else that influenced them to do to whoever. Everybody's gonna get their hands smacked in one way or another. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be no escaping what you got coming to you, or if it already ain't coming to you, just leave me the fuck out of it, right? So, yeah, you know, I just wanted to, you know, come spread love with people, you know what I mean? Encourage people to get right with their soul, get right with their spirit. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit is the personality of your soul. You can either be on the light side, or you can either be on the dark side, or you could find a happy medium of when you need to raise your sword in the right, in the realm of righteousness, you know, because when God say that it's time, like when the people have went too far and it's time for him to smack them up, he's not doing that in the terms of the light. He's showing you his dark side. You know, he's showing you that he called judgment, and sometimes you gotta call judgment on individuals that do you dirty, and you gotta bring it to God. Bring that judgment to God. Hey God, this is what's going on, this, that, and the third. You know, I'm releasing this to you because I know it's not my place to get that revenge, or it's not my place to carry out that judgment. I'm calling the judgment to give it to you for you to handle it, but I know it's not my place to handle that. You know what I mean? To actually, you know, bring down the punishment. You know, that I know that, you know, I'm your child, that's for you to do. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so, you know, get right with your soul, your spirit, connect to your higher self, learn how to talk to your spirit guides, learn how to cleanse your energy. It can work wonders for you. It can work wonders for you. We are getting to the age of Aquarius. We are entering a new earth. We are seeing more people gravitate towards spirituality than never before. We are seeing more people get called back to Yeshua El, and others call him Jesus Christ. We see them going back and finding that relationship with God, however they need to find it, through church, through the Bible, through whatever means that they. Trust me, it is a reason for it, because people are starting to see through the veil of the bullshit. People are starting to see that we are not meant to just be here working 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours a week, eating, shitting, sleeping, fucking, and polluting our bodies while they, you know, keep running us in circles while they're doing, while the powers that be, or the evil entities that's running this Satan's realm, this devilish realm down here, this 3D world, is, you know, it's not supposed to go like this. You know, like, you got to find the God within you and create the reality that you want to live in, create the world that you want to be a part of, and go from there. Trust me, if you're looking for bullshit, you're going to find bullshit. If you're looking for righteousness, you're looking for the light. If you're looking for the good in people, you're going to find good people. It's going to attract to you. The world is whatever you vibrate in. So always vibrate your best self, you know, because like I said, like I found out through this journey, when nobody was looking and I was doing the right thing, there was somebody looking. And that's when they came and said that I was worthy enough of being saved, because I could have been a quote unquote fallen angel, fallen chosen one, fallen anointed soul, and chose the darker path. But I didn't let these people that was around me influence me to do the reindeer games that they do. You know what I mean? I had to be in it. I had to see it. I had to go through my trials. I had to go through my battles with the devil, and he didn't win. And God said, my angels, ancestors, grandparents said, that's enough. You know what I mean? That's it. So hashtag faith, hashtag he saved me, hashtag belief, hashtag the grass is always greener on God's side. I cannot stress it enough to y'all. Find your righteous path, man. You know, I'm not telling you to be Sister Mary Clarence. I'm not telling you to be Father Doyle. I'm not telling you to be none of that, you know, because you don't have to be that. I'm not that, you know what I'm saying? I'm still it's just a human. It's just my intentions and my purpose is not with evil intent towards anyone. Like, and that's what God, the universe, and spirit wants you to vibrate as. You know, want you to show the world that you don't supposed to go out here and have evil intent for nobody, whether it's mistakenly or whether you woke up with the intent to do that shit. That's not how this gonna go. You're gonna go down. You're gonna go down the wrong path, and you're gonna reap karma for the things that you intentionally do and things of that nature. Now, did I say not to protect yourself, not to punch a motherfucker in the face when they disrespect you, or not to, you know what I mean? You know, just know when you gotta hold it down. Of course, you know, it is what it is, right? We ain't no fools, right? You know what I'm saying? We know, but it it's your choice to stay on that time. You could forgive yourself and move on, you know? So it's your boy Home Boom. This is another segment of the Hold Up Show. Hope y'all enjoying y'all happy Easter. You know, even though, you know, history with the whole Easter thing is not the best, but you know, that's not for me to put on y'all. That's, you know, y'all enjoying it and it's done with good intention, and it's done for you to show some light and some love to the Lord, by all means, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? So enjoy the rest of your weekend, enjoy your Sunday, and we got summer coming up, people, you know? Peace.